Hey, what is up guys? It is Shai here, and today I'll be showing you guys a computer build that is basically for beginner gamers. Like it's like the cheapest thing you can get that can game like stably in practically all games in 1080p. So to start off with, I chose an AMD CPU. It's a 4-core processor, which is pretty much the maximum amount of cores that a game will be able to use, or at least for now it is. And yeah, so I did my research, and basically everything's compatible. The prices are pretty cheap, and in Newegg, it's a pretty trusted website. I bought stuff from there quite a few times. I have heard some bad stuff about it, but that's because they do have other sellers in there. That's basically not them. So yeah, be careful of those. But these two seem to be good. So this is an MSI motherboard. It's USB 3.0, which I think is cool. Mine didn't have it, but also has a gigabit internet. And yeah, pretty good. Also has the PCI Express 3.0. Not that that's gonna be useful, but you know it has it. Some SATA 6 gigabits. So pretty good to mount this with the SSD. And XR RAM. I'm not quite sure how to make these entertaining. I mean, all these parts are compatible, and they're pretty good for the price. And yeah, and these brands are pretty good. You may not have a team, but I did a little research on them, and they're good. They have a website. That's not how far in my research went, but yeah. So here's the gaming graphics card right there. Pretty cool with two fans and everything. As you can see here, uh, even though I said this is under $400 bill, I could probably put it under $350 based on the price of today. And especially if I take this freaking rebate card into consideration, I mean, it could be just $85. Well, then I would probably have to take the shipping hit. That's just a lot of calculation, so I just took the most expensive approach. And if you try to get these items like right now, or whenever you're watching this video, it's probably gonna be under $400. If it's not, like, don't buy it. There's probably something out there newer, and this has probably just gotten so rare that this video is so old. Yeah, just if it's not under $400, don't buy it. But if it is, again, an amazing computer beginner's build. See, and for the reason for that is this thing has two DDR5, which is basically the newest generation of RAM for graphics card. Pretty much the best there is. The only thing that compares to it is the AMD R9 Fury, which is like $600. So I don't think you want that for a beginner, especially if you don't have a 4K screen. So here's the hard drive. I chose 1 TB because some games are like 50 gigabytes, and if you buy an SSD, that's like 120 gigabytes, which is going to be about the same price as this. Sometimes you can get it less, 120 gigabytes SSD, but if you're gonna download a 50 gigabyte game, which they're out there, you probably wishing you bought a hard drive at least to pair it up with it. And this is a good deal. It's sold on Newegg, not on other sites, so you don't have to worry about just randomly dying like and doing random noise like seriously. So buy this. It's probably one of the most expensive. Um, I just did it like that because it's trustworthy. So from Newegg. You can also get it protected from Google if you shop on Google. Search this up on Google and then buy it on Newegg, so you get like the double protection. I don't know. I never really used the first one, so there's that. And yeah, 1 TB, good enough space for like a year. I don't know. Depends how much computer games you're gonna buy really. Here we have a XION power supply. Haven't heard of them, barely heard of them while searching for this, but they're pretty cheap, honestly. See from the views, there's not much here, but yeah. So people have bought, which I'm gonna go next, the XION this desktop. It's really cheap, $23 plus a fan that lights up. And ignore the USB 3.0. You're not gonna be able to use it with the motherboard, so you're just gonna have to be sorry you have that blue thing right there. But the reason I bought it is because the fan and it lights up. So yeah, it's a really good reason. There are other ones that are like 30, and honestly you can probably shop for them. Just make sure you know size. It's at least bigger than this. If the size is at least bigger than this, then you know you have you definitely have a compatible computer case. So yeah, and this is basically the minimum amount of power that you'll need for the powering up all these things. All of this. So yeah, so if you want to buy something else that looks cooler, 500 watts. Nah, yeah, there probably could be other 500 watts at $25, but you know, I tried to buy stuff that wasn't on special, so you can get it for the cheap, always, like right now. So yeah, you got enough space. You know, you got 8 gigabytes. Maybe you could go for 4, but the performance, like, there's somewhat a performance difference between 4 and 8, because games are optimized for 8 just like they're optimized for 4. Sometimes they're optimized for 2 or 4. Just depends on the game you're playing. But you know, with this you can pretty much play any game, definitely at 720p, and some games at like the highest detail of 1080p. And it's a $400 build. So yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. $400, 1080p gaming, and yeah. I also like to mention Radeon. It's basically like Newegg. They actually have like so a lot of stuff in here, furniture and stuff. Pretty good place to buy a seat. You can also buy some of the stuff like in here. Compare prices. You can compare prices on Amazon, but I don't recommend Amazon. Usually not on the cheap side when it comes to technology. So yeah, this is about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy building.